There is an old saying that good fences make good neighbors. Now, on the morning on the 9th of September 2025, Pitbull would escape from the yard and enter into the neighbor's yard where it would attack the Rottweiler. And at the end of the day, one of the neighbors would be dead and the other would be charged with culpable homicide. Now, this story is an example of how de-escalation is so important, and that I believe that South Africans are angry with an increase in road rage incidents. And I don't know why we are so angry. Maybe it's the economy, maybe it's the stress that we are all living with currently crime and everything. But at any point, de-escalation could have prevented this. Now, the pit bull belonged to a woman whose name was Dolores April. She was 55 years old, and we know that she went next door on the morning that her pit bull escaped, and that the neighbor, Mauritius Kleinboy, that he was allegedly hitting the pit bull with a garden fork, trying to get it away from his dog, and he was also berating her. This is according to her son, who she phoned, because she phoned her son. His name is Santino Klute. He's 24 years old, and she was in tears. Now, he couldn't do anything at the time because he was on his way to George. They lived in Kranshoek, Clickenberg Bay. And when he came home that evening, that is when, according to the News 24 article that I read, he decided to go over to the neighbor's house and confront him. And this was, according to his own words, not about the dog, but about the way that the neighbor had treated the mother. And then a fight broke out. According to Santino Klute in the News 24 article. Then the neighbor, Mauritius Kleinboy, he picked up that garden fork, and according to Klute, he went back to his place to go and get a shovel. Now, as they were going back to finish the confrontation, Kleinboy got into his car, the neighbor got into his car and was going to try and drive away. And then, according to the News 24 article, Klute and his sister chased after the neighbor, and Santino wanted to get into the window, but the neighbor turned the car around and went at them, allegedly. And that is when him and his sister, they jumped out of the way, but behind them was the elderly mother, that 55-year-old woman, Dolores April, and she was allegedly run over. According to News 24, there were several bones that were broken in her legs, and we know that the ambulance took 3 hours to get there, but by the time the ambulance came, the forensics had already taken the body away. Now, the neighbor has been charged with culpable homicide. He has been released on bail, and he will be making his next appearance in the Plettenberg Bay Magistrates Court on the 4th of November 2025. And this is just an example about how tensions between neighbors can become deadly, and that de-escalation at any point could have perhaps resulted in a different outcome.